Welcome back. So let's try now the warm set of colors, okay? Warm. So now I'm gonna go with a little bit more central here. We have the yellow, we have the blue, and we have the red. And we're gonna have now here the green, the orange, and the violet, right? So yellow, red, blue, green, orange, and violet. So start now with a warm yellow, right? The difference between the cool and warm should be evident in here, right? Let's also put it on paper because the watercolor needs to be transparent, right? So it's going to be the most bright, the most beautiful, really, when it is laid down in a transparent layer, because it picks up its luminosity from the white paper. That's why watercolor typically is you have to paint on white paper. In the 1800s, early 1900s, up to then, you see paintings that are made in watercolor, but on a tone paper, but they are really more like water media than watercolor, meaning they tend to be a little bit more opaque. They have calcium carbonate in it. So now the watercolor I'm using is you know, mostly transparent. So this is now the cadmium red, and vermilion is another beautiful red, but this is a little bit more balanced, a little bit more between. Vermilion tends to be a little bit more toward the orange, right? So, okay. We have a warm red, and these are all opaque, but, you know, relatively speaking, because I just told you that the watercolor should be transparent, but some pigments tend to be more transparent than other one, right? So let's go with the blue. We're gonna look at the transparency at another time. Now we just one thing at a time, right? So now we're gonna go this cobalt blue, which is slightly less deep, let's say, than the ultramarine, and really depend also on the brand. Different pigments, different formulations, you know, different ingredients that they put in with the color. So because this is visible now, you see how certain colors also have a granular quality that other colors don't have. See, they're kind of very smooth. These tend to have a granular quality. That's because some colors, some pigments can be mixed more finely than other ones and are heavier, other are lighter. So that will eventually create specific patterns or specific textures. So now let's mix the red and the orange warm, right? And put it here, and you see how this orange is somehow brighter, happier, more warmer. Yeah, this is sport car orange, right? Then the other orange that we have. They tend to be a little bit more somber, right? This being said, it's not a question of better or worse. It's a question of what do I need, right? So I know that if I want to have an orange that is not too bright, I'm going to probably mix it with two cool colors, right? So bright, not in the sense of intelligent, right? So red and blue, right? So I need some of my. Can you imagine well, we say that we use like a dull color, bright color, right? So I wonder. So anyway, enough with the silly jokes. So now let's mix a warm red and this relatively warm blue, and the violet that I obtain is kind of scary. It's not really, I mean, it's a very interesting violet, right? But it's not that pure, vibrant color that I obtain with the, it could be a gray, right? It could be a grayer color. But then let's see if I put a little bit more red, right, like I did before. Still, it's interesting. Like, it's an interesting color, but I wouldn't really call it violet. Although eventually it will get to be violet, right? I mean, as close as it gets, I guess. See that? But it's a very interesting color nonetheless. It could be used for a shadow, for example, a shaded area, etc. So now let's see what happens if I mix this yellow and this blue, right? This yellow here, my plate, and clean the brush. It's almost a shame I had to wash off this beautiful paint, but we want to, do the right thing. So, and then we're gonna use this blue here, right? And then let's see what happens. Look how vibrant that green is. See that? Much more vibrant green. So then I want to put it here, and now I have a nice, beautiful, really happy, sunstruck green, right? And so let's see if I increase the amount of blue here. The green still is very vibrant. A little bit more on the blue side, but actually I should have put it here. But still a beautiful green. See that?